Okay, where is Bitcoin headed? Where is the stock market headed? Let's go. So basically, we've had a massive week where people now are starting to realize Pablo's genius is finally becoming true. So this is a very important chart. I'm going to be sharing this with you guys. Bitcoin has touched 24 and 24.4 on many charts. But where is it going now? Is it crashing? Is it going to bounce? Is it going to follow the stock market? So this is Pablo once again coming from his Treasure Island. And as we can see, you would be a lot more relaxed like Pablo right now if you just listen to what Pablo was saying before. Now, it's low tide, so we've got the water's gone all the way back. Still beautiful though. You have these little lagoons forming behind you. Okay, so basically, without further ado, let's dive straight back into it. This yellow line, as I've been saying, is particularly important if you've been following me on social media. It's we can see here, Bitcoin US dollar longs. So basically on Bitfinex. Why do we watch Bitfinex? I'm going to explain in 1 second. I have a theory on why Bitfinex works. I just want to show you guys how important this line has been. So it basically, that measurement came into effect in August 2017. And have a look at this. So this was the high back in, this is a weekly chart, right? This area got marked out. It hit a high of, what is it, around, all right, it's like a huge, this would be the range high for, if we look at for the yellow line there. And what happened was it basically hit a high there, and whilst the market just rebounded for 4 weeks in a row. And here we have like another high, another 1, 2, 3 highs, and it basically was the low of the entire bull run, right? It was the low for the entire bull run when Bitcoin's around $3,000. And then you have when it hit a low, like obviously around here, that means the whales on Bitfinex are not gambling, are not going long, and then the market crapped itself. And then basically when they went low again, well, it was a bit early here, they went low again. That was the top of this market, right? They went long again here, right? Market bounced for another 4 weeks in a row. And then they went low again, and that essentially was the bottom of the market. They don't time the lows as well, but they time they don't time the highs as well, but they time the lows pretty well. So they went low here, right? We can see that's the range low, and this. Oh, actually, that's actually one time. So we've got to be careful. This is one time it didn't work. So they weren't going long here, but that was definitely a time to go long. So they didn't get this one correct. But check this one out. They actually went really low here. That wasn't the time to get out because they got mistimed because Elon Musk came in and announced that Tesla's buying. So basically that didn't work out for them. But however, if you look at this point, again, they made a low. So they're not gambling much. So the market tanked. Of course, that was the crash to 30K a year ago. And then basically when it was at around 30, they came in and they bought a lot. They went very long. They went very long, and now was the bottom of the market and went up for 4 weeks, pumped for 5-6 weeks after they bought. And you can see here they went low again. So it means they're not buying much. They're not buying much, and that kind of marked the top of the market. So who are the Bitfinex Whales? Why are they so effective? And what does it mean right now? So on a weekly, on a daily chart, however we look at it, look at where it is now. Look at that yellow line. Look where it is now. It is basically the highest it's ever been by far, right? I mean, it's just even compared to the 30,000 crash back then. This is the highest it's been by far. Now, so this is a very strong signal they're buying. Now, also, what this looks like, look at that long wick down. Those long wick downs tend to signal where near some sort of bottom. Look at that wick down. Look at that wick down. It's what they call reversing hammer. Now, on the USDC chart, that tail goes actually even further to about 24,400, to about there. So imagine a tail that long. And also it's closed back within the 28, 29 key support zone. I mean, look how many times it supported itself. right? These are weekly charts. For these 3 weeks, 4 weeks really, it was the support. For these 9 or 9, no, it was more like 12 weeks. It was supporting Bitcoin around 30,000, and it's here again. So it's closed above. So dare I say I'm bullish on Bitcoin right now. I would DCA in, dollar cost average in every time it pulls into this zone a little bit, and if it goes below to anywhere between 27.5 to say to 26, 24, 25, I would just pyramid more. A pyramid, think about the shape of a pyramid, basically means you buy more and more and more as it goes down. Most people don't quite understand it, but what it basically means is that you basically just, let's say you've got $1,000. So at 29, you probably buy like 29K, you probably buy like say $50. If it goes to 28K, you'd buy $100. If it goes to 27K, you'd buy $200. If it goes to 26K, you'd buy $400. If it goes to 25K, you'd buy whatever is left. Like, what is that? Like $400, $500, whatever. So that doesn't mean if you have $1,000 to live with, you put it all in. It means that whatever you can lose, right? Whatever you can afford to lose in the market, that $1,000, put whatever you've allocated to this trade, right? Going more and more as the price falls. In this case, where I think the bottom is around 25K for this bounce for the time being. It doesn't mean it's always going to be there. Why do I think the Bitfinex Whales are so important? Well, obviously, for one, they've proven that their signals really work quite often, like 70-80% of the time. Second of all, we look at the inflow of USDCs into all the exchanges, right? USDC obviously is the stable coin, and as opposed to USDT, when there's a big spike here, that kind of gave an indication that was kind of the bottom. They gave it a big spike here. That means a lot of US dollars coming in to buy. That was the bottom around 30K. Yes, it when eventually went lower to like 28, but not by much. Here, again, the bottom, timed the bottom at 32K, and here gave us indication this was the bottom around, say, 31, 32, at around 25 to 24K should be the bottom for the next at least 3 to 6 weeks, judging by history. Now, the reason why I think a Bitfinex Whales are important is because of this. Check this out. Now, this is in history. This is like, say, for example, between somewhere in 2019 to that's early 2021 to May 2022, before the depegging, before the USDT Tether broke down from $1 US dollars. And you can see that all this time, this is 1.00001, that was the high, right? So all that time, it was below to swap. USDC was worth less than USDT, right? So basically, it was always below, 1.001, or below 1, essentially. It was always 0.99 something, right? So, and then you look at another period. Oh, this is February to this is February 2nd to February the 25th. For those 3 weeks, again, the highest point is 1, right? 1.00000. All the other times were 0.99 something. What does that mean? That means all that time, for those 3 weeks and the other 3 weeks I've just shown you, 1 USDC will not get you 1 USDT, right? 1 USDC will not get you 1 Tether. It'll get you 0.09999 something Tether, but it'll never get you 1 Tether. Which means what? Which means US Tether is worth more than USDC. But look what's happening now. Since that crash on Thursday, when USD dollar Tether was depegged, what has been happening is basically this. Now, the bottom, this is the same chart, but we're looking at the last 4 days. The bottom is 1.007. So it's always above 1.0007. It's not in the 0.999s anymore. In fact, it's 1.0014 right now. It's been trading there. What that means is 1 USDC will buy you 1.0014 USDT or Tether, which means USDC buys more Tether, which means USDC is worth more than Tether. Now, that means that value of Tether has gone down. Why? Because everyone's worried about Tether not being worth $1, not being able to redeem. And this has been, I've made so many videos about this. This has been a famous case going on for a long time. And what happened is that Tether, up till today, still refuses verification. Tether audit was the latest on that. Basically, Tether, yeah, see, look, this is not good. You come straight up. This is last year, October last year. Tether is fined for lying about stablecoin reserves by Fortune, Fortune magazine. I mean, it's just the Tether controversy. You guys can have a time and look into it. Maybe I can do a new special on it. But even today, even like in the last 24 hours, Tether has basically refused to do a proper independent audit, and they wouldn't tell you. See, there's something like $75 billion, right? $75 billion, oops, in Tether, and it's supposed to be like, unlike what's it called, Luna and UST situation, it's supposed to be pegged, backed by actual US dollars. But they can't show you that. They can't show you that they have $75 billion invested somewhere and all your money is safe. They've refused to show what they hold. And many people will speculate that they hold Chinese property, CP, certificates of deposits, which means they're in trouble because some of those have collapsed by a lot. Now, the other thing is, what's this got to do with the Bitfinex Whales? Guess who owns Bitfinex? Guess who owns Tether? It's the same people. Look it up. It's the same group of people. Basically, Tether and Bitfinex owners. Let's see. Yeah, a spokesperson for Bitfinex and Tether has said CEO of both firms is John Ludwig van der Veld, whatever. And that guy also has a criminal record. He's been sued a few times. He's been done a few times. So look it up. It's a very dodgy situation going on right now. Now, so the thing is, basically, what I suspect is that essentially Tether. This is only my personal conjecture. I don't have any proof for it. Why is it that Bitfinex Whales are always so accurate? It's because they can take the money out of Tether, which are not supposed to be taken out, and they can gamble on the market, and they can be larger than anybody else, so that even if the market is going down, they can put so much fuel into it, they can buy so much and lift the market price up. Or they can, when they dump it more than anybody else. They've got an exchange, they own Tether, and Tether's the largest stablecoin by far. They can basically destroy everyone. They can basically destroy everyone on the way up or on the way down if they want to. And of course, they don't do it willy-nilly. They combine it with on-chain evidence. They use they look at the news and what's happening with interest rates, and then they just dump it or they push the market up. And so that's why I think the Bitfinex Whales are something to watch. So two things we can take away out of this this video here. One, the Bitfinex Whales are buying, and they're more long than ever before. So what this means is that chances are the market is going up. Chances are I would be buying. Anything below 29, I would be buying. Second of all, that Tether has not, this dodgy organization has not, USDT has not come back to $1 peg yet. It is still less than 1 USDC. 1 USDT is still less than 1 USDC or $1 US right now. So that situation, until it is resolved, is gonna blow up sometime in the future. I'm not saying it'll blow up next week. I don't know when it's gonna blow up, but more likely sometime in the bear market, it is gonna blow up. So everyone, enjoy. That's do your own research, and I'll catch you guys next time.